hello, fellas and ladies. It is time to review Bones as well as All. This movie is about a group of two cannibals, people who love to just shout out on some humans, who go on this road trip and fall in freaking love while society, outcasts them for the eating people thing. The movie is directed by Luca Guadagnino, who also directed Call Me By Your Name, which is one of my favorite movies, maybe ever. And he also directed Suspiria, which, I got some flaws about, but I still liked it. And I really love this movie a lot, actually. I just want to get this out of the way. Yeah, this movie's about cannibals, and there are a couple moments that if you are very easily put off by gore, this will make you squeamish. Even as someone who doesn't mind hyper violence and gore, there were a couple scenes that made me go, ooh. Just a couple scenes that made me go, ooh. I remember the first act of cannibalism that we've seen in this movie. I just went, ooh. Before I get into like the nooks and crannies of this movie, because there are a lot to delve about, I want to talk about like the more in your face stuff. Awful way to put it, but I mean like performances and like text and stuff like that. I thought Guadagnino directed the shit out of this movie. It's weirdly, for what it is, it's super tender. Yeah, you get the creepy horror elements in here, but at the heart of it is a really beautiful romance that weirdly the line between just disgusting and just gorgeous is drawn almost seamlessly. Performances are all great, but Taylor Russell, holy shit, she's fantastic in this movie. She just plays this girl who's clearly just coming of age in a way that we've never seen before, obviously, because she is a girl who just can't resist the urge to just grab a hand, but she did that extremely well. Timothée Chalamet, he is about as good as I expected, and that is to say, extremely good. Mark Rylance, though, oh boy, I want to talk about my boy, Mark Rylance. I love this new career path he's going now, where he just plays these giant freaks after Don't Look Up. Similar to Don't Look Up, he has like this hushed tone and this nothing behind the eyes mentality, and he's creepy as shit. Like, if I saw this guy, I'd be like, I don't trust a thing coming out of that guy's mouth. The movie's also very beautifully shot by Arseny Khachaturian, and the landscapes, that's because it's a road trip movie kind of through across America in the 80s, and the landscapes just look so gorgeous to look at. I thought the score was very good by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. It's both creepy and tender at the same time, and I think it's probably their best score besides The Social Network. And I saw Empire of Light, and fantastic score. This one's better. When it gets to the story, though, I mainly have nothing but praise to say. I do know what the metaphor is. I was told after I saw the movie, and digesting it, I definitely get a lot of it. It's basically about repressed urges and being an outcast in society. I can definitely see where it can get lost on people just because the allegory they're using is cannibals. And, there's definitely a difference between the repressed urges that this movie is allegoring and what the allegory is, because what these characters do is pretty reprehensible. Like, they kill and eat people. Like, there's something lost there. It's easy to look at people and be like, well, that's not like the urges that I or you may repress, because what they're doing is genuinely pretty shitty, which is why I think it's so commendable that Guadagnino never made these characters feel like evil. You know what I mean? They never retcon what they do. Like, it's never like, yeah, no, they're doing is perfectly fine. That's never what happened. And yet they still, like, you still kind of buy into it in a way. Not in a way that makes you go, you know what, time to eat some people. But in a way where you're like, yeah, they're just two people who just cannot resist what they're doing. Like, it's just the way they were born. And then when these two find each other and you have this beautiful romance in between like the horror of it all, of their actions, it gives you a bit of a mind fuck and in a very poignant way. And I thought that was very commendable and very just interesting to watch, because you associate cannibals with bad because they're pretty shitty human beings. And I thought Guadagnino, solid job here, because if I did it, let me tell you, if I made a movie like this, I would not. I'd just be like, those are the bad guys. They fucking suck. So yeah, Bones and All, I actually thought it was fantastic. It's definitely amongst my top 10 of the year. Very beautiful, poignant film with some very fantastic performances, and I'm going to go ahead and give this a 9 out of 10. All right, that's everything. That's the freaking review. Like, subscribe, share, do all that shit. And now it's time for me to eat you.